feeding, that's where it's very critical. Like I said, we have the needs and we have the wants. What is the portion that goes to the needs and what portion goes to the wants? If you have to spend money, 50% should go to the needs. 30% should go to wants. 20%, where does it go? You're very bright. It goes to the savings. So, as you're planning the money, actually, if you get your money 100%, 100,000, first remove the 20,000 to go to the savings, throw it away, and then you figure out the balance between the needs and wants. Go to the needs. Actually, the wants should be the last. It should be the limitation. If you wanted to save, if you knew you have 100,000, first save your 20,000, then spend on the needs, which should take 50,000. Then the 30,000, you balance out your wants and see which one you're taking as priority. Okay, I've talked about saving. Then the other thing, after having money, after saving money, it doesn't make sense for you to save money and it just sits on the account. You need to have a target. That means you need to invest. I know you talk about investment and it looks a bit funny, but you need to save. I'm going to tell you a story. Me, I started working actually at a very young age. I started working in my P7 van. And you can imagine the business I was doing. I had my bicycle. It was a changer, not Mangat Fuga. It was a changer. By that time, changers, they were very expensive. Seeing you with a changer, it was you would be the cool kid on the block. So I had a changer. As you know, a changer doesn't have where they put things. So my changer had to go to the welder and fix the cage where I put things. So I had my dad's friend. Now I'm talking about connection. I had my dad's friend who had a poultry farm. He used to rear birds for eggs. So we were staying in Kawempe there in Chirokole. It's a bit of a trading center. So one day we visited his place. He had a lot of eggs. Obviously, I didn't have money to rear birds and start feeding them. The risk of also getting back they can die, feeding them, medication, it was a bit risky, and I didn't also have the space where to put them. But I saw a business venture. This guy would export about 30 trays of eggs a day. So I said, his eggs, I asked him, how much do you sell the eggs? He was selling a tray of eggs by then at 4,000. And the market price was 5,000. So I told him, what if you give me at 3,000 a tray? And me, I said it, 4,500 in the market. The person agreed. So I didn't have trays of eggs. So what I did, I went and bought boxes and I fitted them together. So after fitting them together, I told him, can you borrow me like about 5 trays? He said it's okay because he knew my father. I went, got the trays of eggs, brought them to Chiroke to these guys who sell Rolex. I told them, I want to give you these eggs. He asked me, how much are you selling? I told them, I'm selling at 5,000. Even the other side, they sell 5,000 and you pay after. I told them, no, me, I can give you cash for 5 and you pay after. So I gave the guy a tray of eggs. There were about several people I went through. So I gave them a tray. But they will give me money later. You know those guys of Chapata, they don't have liquidity. They'll pay cash there and then. So I would give them in the evening, go collect my money. So as time went on, even the shop guys wanted me to give them because my price was a bit lower. So I went on, because remember, even me, I'm getting on a loan. So I'm not using actually any single coin. I'm getting the eggs at 0 cost. I'm bringing them here. I had my changer. So eggs, since I didn't have trays, I would push them from Tula around Mbogo High till Chiroko. It's a bit of a distance. It's about 2 kilometers. I would push the eggs while not seated, but just pushing, because when you sit and eat, that road wasn't the way you sit, stomach. It used to be bumpy. So just imagine Katoke Road and you're riding your eggs and they are not in a tray. They were definitely. So I did a lot of money. I remember at some point, I reached a time and I used now to pay cash while getting them because I had made enough profit. That was 2005. So by the time I reached the middle of my vac, you count. Was it 2005? Where were you? By that time, 300,000 was a lot of money. So I go back now to shop. I had a friend of mine. I remember him. He was called Segura Patrick. He was our neighbor. So I tell him, "Hey, by the way, Oronjagariza, this is where I buy eggs." Now I'm talking about the people you have. So he said, we can work together and see how we can benefit from this. Because now I was getting that because I would do 3 routes a day. And it was a bit of a tiresome route. So I go with him. When I reach, we get the eggs, we put in. The first time it went well, the second day, third day. Third day I tell him, now you push, let me also walk with you as we push the eggs. As it's moving, we're a bit of children, we are talking, we are jazzing, we are laughing. As we reach that roundabout of Solar Road, what made us laugh? We were looking at something, then we laughed. And this change hasn't good at lifting. So he released and then the tire went up because it was overloaded. And the eggs forward. Oh my God. I looked stressed, I looked stranded. My head was burning. Just imagine you've accumulated all your money, you're now getting about 10 trays and they're all down. So I looked, I wondered. Then the ladies came, let us help you, what. But in the end, we had about 10 trays. Only 6 survived. The 4 were all broken. And there's no way you can take broken eggs to
the customers.
So I learned something that not everyone would be a best person you can do business with. As you're busy minding about your investment because you created it from scratch, other people are not in the same spirit. But anyway, I managed to recover back the money, and then by the time I went to my senior one, my dad didn't buy me anything. And by that time, noodles were new. I don't know whether you guys, I think all of you ate noodles because you could eat. Our era having noodles would be ministers shouldn't need to bring noodles, so it was very scarce. So by that time I bought noodles for the first time because I wanted also to buy corn noodles. Yes. And I went to by the time I entered senior one, I had 500,000 in my pocket. Me as me. So in your usefulness, things you should avoid to take you back. 1, avoid debt traps early. Avoid debt traps. Amabanja. That's where I was going. Some of you are even having a CBR rate that is about that is very low. Some of you can't borrow you money. We can't lend you money because your ranking on the lending rate, it's really very low because actually that data is shared because it has your NIN number. It is shared with Airtel and with the banks. You reach a time of growing and they can't borrow you, but they will say, we can't lend you money. When you are this, you need to pay a loan of 7,000. That is a bad debt by them. It registers on your record. So some of you have Airtel debts. You're busy swapping. Use MTN to pay Airtel. You get Airtel to pay MTN. Use MTN to pay Airtel. You're living in a debt circle. Fred Yariwa. But now I'm going to tell you where debt is very important. But for now, avoid debt. There are scenarios where you're supposed to go into debt. But now, first avoid debt. The other thing you have to do as a young person, build confidence. I was talking to each of you for a reason to see your confidence levels. Trust me, if you reach someone and you can't face someone straight into the eyes and talk to them, it's a problem. I know you know yourselves, you have them. You know yourselves. If you can't look someone directly to the eye and talk to them, there is a problem. Where I work with a lot of whites, but if you can't look them straight into the eye, they see there is a problem. They know you're lying actually, the whites. If you can't look them directly into the eye and tell them something, they know it's a lie. So you need to build your confidence levels. It will take you very far in life. As long as you're confident, you'll go very far in life. So build confidence. How do you build confidence? The good thing, you're in the choir. Start saying something in church. If there is a scripture, go and read it. Use this chance to go and sing. Basically, if you can't join other clubs like Rotary, please join them so that you can speak and build your confidence level. Because it's confidence applies. You see that I was able to go to the other lady, my dad's friend, and tell her I want to buy.
I want to get the trays of eggs from you.
Trays of eggs from you. That is confidence. If you don't have the confidence to do that, I was able to approach these guys of Chapati and tell them, can I sell eggs to you? That is all confidence. So confidence is very key. Prepare for adulthood. Guys, prepare for adulthood. Ekyo kyo nkijjukira bulungi. Right now in adulthood, nekwatakwata nga nnamu emitwalo ebiri. You get what I'm saying? Mwinamu ekizike maximum. Adulthood, guys, takes money. So you need to prepare it now. How? There are ways of investing for yourself. One of them is academics. Nze nemanyi naturally, by the way, ndi munafu. Nemanyi ndi munafu naturally. That's why when I went to university, how many are at university here? Which university? You see. Very good. When you are at university, I know there are a lot of peer groups. You need to invest. Why? In your academics. Your investment is now. If you don't have money for Christmas, your dad hasn't sent you. Some of you say, I can't use my money to buy a handout because that's my dad's job. He has to give me money. But if he hasn't sent you money and you're going into a lecture room and you don't have notes, you're all confused. Use your money, and now academics becomes a need, not a want. Invest in yourself by buying that handout. Invest in yourself by finding the right discussion groups to discuss with. That is investment. You're building money for the future. Me, I remember in my year when I used to work, year two I used to work even third year. So I didn't have time. I actually went to hostels in mobs in my third year. That's when I went and saw hostels, and people were talking about I'm in hostel, because I used to commute. So I said, so this is what they are talking about hostels. Someone chops a lecture because they are in hostel. What kind of nonsense is that? So that will haunt you. So it's good to invest in your academics, even you in secondary. Invest in your academics. Kanti se namulimi lwa kivubuka. Either oyina ekibuli oba oyina ki obwongo, ekimu ku bibiri. Ekibuli ogenda situla bintu. Ogenda kola hard labor. Or you can invest in your brain. Kati ekibuli mugende mukuba ebyuma. Or invest in your academics. Guys, if your senior 6 goes wrong, that's where the problem begins from. You start swandering. Which course should you do? Where was an hour or is that? When I was going to university, never that form, the private form, I filled in only one course because it's what I wanted. Either Vajimp or whatever Vajimp. But because I had confidence, because my grades were good, I knew I was going to get it. So it begins you swandering courses. Uncle, never could be uncle. Over a course in your life, you don't know even what you want to be in life. What kind of nonsense is that? In life? What you want to be in life and focus. That is investment. I was going to tell you virtuous ways of getting money. No. I'm talking about reality. Academics is one way of getting money. At campus, surround yourself with the right circles. Investment. Right now, my friends, when I someone at university and second, people you can invest with, people you can do things with. Who was I? Of recent, we had gone out, and the same people I studied with, and the same people I am around with, I work around with. Academics, that is preparing for adulthood. I will not lie, mulabanga adulthood will hear what I tell you. Campus is going to run very fast and you'll be out of campus, and your dad will do like this. Much money mama's university. That only they are folding a micro. No to a girl, you can't buy lip balm. You can't buy a bra because you're out of campus. Yes, your dad is not going to give you that money. He has other things to stress about. So you need to prepare for adulthood, and by starting to work early. That means why people say you can't work as you study. Me, I call it a very bad myth. You need to find a job, whether you work in a cabinet, whether you work, but something that enables you to concentrate on your academics. Me, I used to wake up at night and read. I used to study in the evening, so I know it is possible. People can do it. I've gone through it. So adulthood, getting into Tanzania. And other things become helpers and not dependents. Your parents have businesses and even don't know what is involved in your parents' business. That is so nonsensical. Once your dad is going somewhere, say, and you try to build a career to see where you're going to fall. Because once your dad is in a certain business, it's likely that he'll connect you in the same business. But you don't want even to know what is in your mom's or parents' business. That doesn't make sense. You have to know all these things. You have to be a bit versatile. The world wants people who are versatile, not people who are just on one side. You need to be a bit flexible. So you need to be helpers and not dependents. Waiting for your parents to help you. Whenever you help your parent, maybe your parent deals in clothing, you help fold the clothing, help cut them out, whether it's a tailor, they will find a reason for giving you more money. If you are giving you 10,000 pocket money, now it will be 30,000 or 40,000. Actually, you can even go in an agreement with them. In the village there, we used to go there when we were for the future. Now, when you're still young, there are no miracles in the future. You have already failed if you don't start building yourself now. You've already failed in life. Once you finish university, you don't have a sense of direction. It's a problem. You need to have at least a business. What do you do? Scratching on mutwe. University, hey, your friends are working. Where are you working? You see, a business job doesn't explaining proper. Your business scratching your head. You need to have a country data. You don't need to start asking people to support you. Very useless. You know me, if somebody starts asking me to support them, sorry, I'll use words that will tell you what you don't want to hear, but I'll say the truth. Okay? So, I was talking about context of problems in Uganda. Mobile money misuse. Some of you think send a sijja ku mobile money as data. Abantu kimwangwira okugula data w'emitwalo ebiri. Nenga kizibogula ekintu eky'emitwalo ebiri. But because this is on the phone, so it looks a bit easier to spend. You get that money, open up a bank account, send the zero za kujayo. Mobile bank. Where the mobile bank never sala nyingi ku mobile money. Guys, avoid betting and gambling. Addictive, avoid loan apps. I thought that thing is going to affect you in the future.
Yeah, I got you.
Pressure to success. Some of you think it will be angu. Alex, akuze iPhone 17. Ngana okula iPhone 17. Mwewale pressure y'ekisirusiru. Tambulira ku level yo. Bila ne katochi nenga mukama akamani.
Amina.
Actually, you guys come babuli when I ingili ya university. Sign a smartphone. Not because I couldn't afford, but I had other things I was using my money for. Nagenda okula smartphone in my second year. So nene nekwata mukwano gwange alina smartphone. Ngamenga sure ati ngamba twakolanga WhatsApp group sawo nga zizze. Ngaba lecturer agamba send the work on the WhatsApp group. Oh. Obuzibu ne bujja. Nenga nina laptop kano ni mugamba kamperese ku email. Nga downloading akoti. Ese yo WhatsApp wa laptop teyaliyo byaite video nga wasimu yekka. So nga mugamba akamperese ku email nenga downloading nga nengenda ku mulimu kumugina printing iranga because I used to print for free. So nga ne hand out olya ngamba nenjikube ekifaananyi nenjitwala because I didn't have money. I had a free service somewhere else ku mulimu. So printing. So guys, avoid pressure to success. Some of you you end up going the wrong ways to get money. And that is a curse you live for forever. I always tell you. I don't know why. There is always a problem with that money. Personally, I've come to believe it. Another thing, write your money goals. Goals in life. No, by this age I want to have this. wofuna ekikomando kyoli olwaleero nga weeyongera. You need to have a goal. You're saving and by this year I need to have this and be intentional about it. Mwabali mu masomero muyinza olowooza biri wala nnyo. You need to build now. Nga mu holiday n'aka business kookola opangisa firimu otunda zibusi. You need to get something you do. Just look around yourself, your circles, look around. Actually, how a business comes into place, you look at the need in the community. What is the need in your community? Ky'abantu kye beetaaga. Obiwa mwaliwo olusozi ng'amazzi mazibu. Look ways of getting that bicycle. Look for ways of using the resources around you to make sure you deliver the need to people. You don't deliver the want, deliver the need in the community. That's the best way you can look for a business idea. Look around yourself in hostel. Abana balina ebizibu byaki. Mobile money. Tandika obajjako mobile money. Nkuwa mutwalo nkujjako ssatu. Atambula se kyatambula agende ebyo ali ku UCU. Mobile money outlets a bit out of all you guys. So omanya oli bisaaza nnyo kira kwa ina ka float ko. Nobakolamu business awe yama. So look at the need around you and then develop the business. Needs to as ogeddeko ne want. So ayogeddeko that. Saving nabagambe kyekisimo. And guys, things you can save money for. One, emergencies. Mugamutebula emergencies. You may have emergencies, you as people. Education nakyogeddeko kikulu nnyo. Muyinza okudda nga maama ne taata waali Katonda tomanyi pulaani ze agenda essaawa yonna. Nze omanyi njogera ebintu anyway munaasoma I'll speak the reality. I won't speak the way you want to speak about. That's the truth. I don't know if any of you has ever imagined when nga tolina muzaddewo. Some of you abalina ababawa. It's a bit of a struggle. Your uncle wajja kukwera bive nako. Save money for starting a business. Then you can have a 10% towards your tithe. Offer to receive data. Have it at least. Tulabanga mu church bagamba tusonda. Wamaze okukola ekyetaano gwe n'okwayo ekyesatu. Sorry, God is. So, we have different types of. There was short-term savings. Nogamba njagala ogula essimu omwaka ogujja, you save the money for that phone. Njagala ogulayo olugoye, you save for your clothing. Ng'abantu bagamba ono mwana wa mugagga ku university ono alazeewa kampasa. Then we have medium like school fees, and then long term like businesses, land. You can start actually investing for your land as early as now. Nemugulawo account. The other thing you can have to keep your money, you can have either unit trust, you can have circles. Mukyali bato musobola okubeerawo ne kasako. Waliwo ettaka lya church nesira nko project y'abavubuka. Eriwa. Waliwo business. Mulina container. Nga mulina ssente. So that's a good investment ng'abavubuka. So mugiteekemu ssente musobole okuggyamu ssente. Njagala omuntu asoma nsomero eno scripture Proverbs 21:20.
The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but the fools gulp theirs down.
Mukiwulire? Ani oyo awuzisa omutwe?
Store up choice food and olive oil, but the fools gulp theirs down.
So guys, you need to save your oil and you need to save for your food. Early now, don't just gallop it. Go without university and then just go have fun. You're not saving for your future. Nziragera mu kirabu nga ndi mu gundi mu what is it called? My third year. Nalinganga fire. So guys, you need to save now. So where debt is necessary. Omwena bagambye dating magamba. Dating.
Ngamba twasindika kwa yatero.
Nze paka bono ngamba nteke kwa yatero yawo nja kukkiriza. Where debt is necessary, one in education. That's where you can take debt. And where you have a productive business that you've tested. It's not good to borrow money when you're just starting a business. No, it's very wrong. you can use the data used. Bring I take, I pay you. Because I know when I sell, if I don't sell, I will bring them back. I'm typically a middleman. You at university, you can go no school of Goyo Burunji or we know. Those other one I see. Ogende ino obusuubula n'ogenda wali ne babuwoza n'otukukyala ne babutunga n'obukuba pass buli omu najja mu stere yo nga ajja mu room yo nga akimanyi wajja kuno n'obuvaali. So very long smiling the business ogikola. Bad date isokera ddala ya consumption. Well, just taking tugendeko mu kabaala awo tunywemukko want to impressing others ulakwanga kali okulaga nti nno gwasingayo obwakabi mu ssomero weewoze ulakwanga okulaga nti olina data magambo oze nina gibita kumba alina loan yateero kumanya
abateekako bonna ku sport
relationships tewewola sente akwanga osanyisa kaguwala banange tewewola sente akwanga osanyisa kawala buli obwala bw'osanyusa si bukazi bugenda funa ekisajja ekigagga kibuwase kibutwale kyokka osigala awo ng'olunka nga tolina kyofunyeemu. Shege kiki dati munaasonyiwa obubiceeke mu bwongo kati loss of freedom otukaawo nga weewala omuntu obanga bamwewozeeko ejja leeta relationship okufa omuntu gwe weewozeeko ki sente. So it's not good. And avoid peer pressure. Never the things you can do, investments the millions of color. Abataba down agambye, look at the need. Because everyone has a need, there is a need. What may be a need to you may be a want to another person. Mumulabono magambo need ya si magambo papono yani. Mumulaba Samuel need ye endala. Muyinza okubeera wanti niidiye ayagala amafuta gw'amafuta ogenda gakozesa. You get what I'm saying? So suubula amafuta obe nago ogamukuze
agajje kuggwe.
So look in the community and scan and see what there is a need. Abantu wanaona what people need, what a certain person needs. Oyinza okubeerawo nga Anodi mukulu wo nolaba nga Anodi abona okwoza engoye leeta nkwoleze. It's his need. You need also to explore the different talents in you and how you can use them. That's another venture that you can use to earn money. Again, magambo owulira talent yo gikozese bulungi togikozesa obingo okwana bawala ngo ngamba ajja kuyimbira kasirindi yo nkumanyi toli mwangu omanyi bulungi togikozesa we use it wisely. Omugambo okukubira akayimba soko mpeeyo olwasa okukubira akayimba womanya nti nno Samuel alina kawala kakwana ng'omanyi birthday yako ng'okuba birthday song ng'ogamba kakuweereza omuleza one time view okakuweereza soko ompeerezaawo ekiwaya oba soko ompeereza ebbiri. Use your talent to earn wisely.
abali mu love bannange
kyo kyakisogeddeeko earning and then investing. Guys, investing mugirabanga you need to invest now. Invest in your friends, invest in the books. Abatanakola senior actually is kitandikira kamba oye life cycle of adulthood. You guys very ali kusema but aloza tote pocket money n'omujja wanga weebase tumala okuva ku mirimu n'ennyumba tugisiimuule. So I used to get angry. Ngamba bannange bana abazadde batubeerera ki tuvudde kusonda tusoma winter tubali tukuba extension twagala kudda kwe bakokole ki omulemu ebintu jja bisiimuula edda tebigenda kukola ki ennyumba nja gisiimuula edda. You get that is the scam of life. Nengamba nensaba ngende ku university nfune emirembe owulira nengenda ku university nengamba university omuzadde baba controlling nnyo akuwamu a bit of laxity kubanga bamanyi ogenda okula. Nali nkola era nga nkomawo naye ngeri olina okukolako ku bulimu bw'ewaka. But funny thing ngamba hakati ngenze ku university tugenda kukyakala because I used to see ngamanyi campus ebeera yaki going out having fun nganda campus. You know when you're in fact you see the campus olaba bus snapping they do the different things. You know those things. After it was snapping, I snapped you try to search Facebook. You see people taking videos on Facebook, your friends, they want someone about back with each other against the university. My dear, na somena ku movies. Watu wakayingira 2 weeks na bawanika timetable ya coursework. Mutima ne kuoneka tunaona kusoma. Bawanisi timetable ya coursework. 2 weeks. And they meet in me kwa nemanyi ndi munafu. Academics comes first no ko search. Obongo. Nengamba kansome. Mubizimba mwakamalo musomayo omwezi nga obolowoza genda out. Actually coursework emujimala. Write out 2 weeks. Omaya from your version start with that. Is that timetable ne bawa after coursework write out actually that weekend dako ne waleka first version of the next coursework timetable ngana abasajja. But what is that? No try posting a version to go to the timetable at okay we are congested. I don't know whether I do it intentionally. The first timetable it could be so mutima na uya mutima gwagala vam. Ne wanika another version of the timetable ngana to put the somero to put them bia winter na one I thought we are going to rest go we are going to go out and let's start the evening. Ngambo ba chopping yo lecture they go out to you get am from work I'm saying should I chop a lecture and go out mana gwengo with the civil because I used to work nengamba never to gamba you know what lecturers tell us no you guys you need to read because after campus you can't sleep you get what I'm saying nengamba we shall sleep we shall sleep nengamba let me read nemala university save akayo ati womala university omuzadde akola bwana n'abadde akuwettaano neza data oba tozi nabamu ku mwesi mu makaga magalimu wifi fete twabirina no gula data ai data kati wala isimu ko yali wape ate nga adduka so nengamba bannange kiki kinene kye tuliko tumaze university I don't know there is a time omulimu gwaffe batupozinga mukko nga twakamala wifi nene bakayike waka a week ne bakayo lunaku lumu olunaku luddako nakeera anzi ng'olwo omutima gukuluma tolina ssente tolina ki you feel even sleep tejja ne batugamba no you after here you'll get a job you'll have a chance to sleep my dear sibi ebimu ngaye mbaga bintu save for the future olukesanga sente zikumala zibakuwa ku mulimu enonoonya side hustle side hustle let's joy ne basiza sawa mwenda gwekiro looking for chokanga ku mulimu we broke off last week naye nkyanoonya ki so the simple life I'm telling you, the simple lesson I'm telling you, you need to work hard. Tell you yakumula or rest. Customer ofuna akasente. Ranze wentu ko kulya sente. Abo mukumu abanda bakonzi lya. Nzilya. Nendi aka 10%.
And gwezo sente zo kyakolo kyina kulya ko.
Ante no wewe unalya 10%. Gwa kulya percentage.
Wamanga lya 10% kakati 100%.
Don't worry, a wife will sit at home. Marry a wife who will build you. Omusala gona agamba nti the byakataka kenjagala ogula wali nennawo obukadde abi nagamba kwate 10 tuligatteko. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means there is not that balance of life where you're saying a man should sit. Hey, and the other thing, now let us go to the Bible. Some of you want to go to the Bible. The Bible says God has given you a wife as a helper, but the Bible doesn't define which type of help. So the help to get me grow, the help to make me buy a house, the help to make me build a house. So you help me kuze ninanga tako sagala mukazi atanga tako sabamu kumwe mukimanyi. Yes, men don't get a woman who doesn't add anything to you. So you need to invest now in your future. Tiri omuntu ayagala muntu atamugattako. You get it?
Yeah.
You need someone who adds on you, and the time is now. And people are lucky that you've got at least someone who can tell you about this. Some of us never got people to tell us about this thing. Me, I come from a humble family. Nachimanya nti we sisoma. Tata wange talina nnyo connection. Mama wange talina nnyo connection. But at least my brain ejja kunneeyimirira. Ka connection we kajja ne kabira wakati. Mutabani wange, mutabani, yes, tagenda kola order from above. Aizo naye mutabani wange, ne munanga ina first class bya soma bichi. Hey, alete empapula zetulabe. That is where you begin from. Niwe ziwere empapula teso akoyimya ngoli wa order from above, ngoli waviirawo nga bakufulumya system. there is a problem. There is a problem. Attain, don't